YouTube is It's your boy Zell back with another bang in this video. Brian Norman Jr. rips Mario Barrios. He says he simply doesn't have enough. Let's get it. Last Saturday, Brian Norman had a very impressive performance against Derek Cuevas. Derek Cuevas was a big Puerto Rican with a left hook. Um, and he thought he was gonna be able to run through Brian Norman with that big left hook with that 2-3 that he loves so much. But Brian Norman hit him with a swivel hook. With a swivel jab, and made him quit. After that, everybody wanted a piece of Brian Norman. Jin Sasaki, I made a video about him, and now Brian Norman got his eyes set on Mario Barrios with the green belt. Let's get it. So he said a lot. So I'm gonna read everything Brian Norman said. He said a lot, so I'm gonna read a lot. He said the fight we want the most is Mario Barrios. This is the fight that I want the most unified, and then undisputed right after that. He says, that green belt, we all need that in our life. That is the fight that I do want the most because I can have the WBC belt and the WBO. Then whoever wins the fight on April 12th between Boots and Stanionis, boom, undisputed fight. Just that quick. I like how he thinking. He also said, because of the work I put in, of course, Mario Barrios is coming with everything he's got. He's a dog. He said, but he said he simply doesn't have enough, right? He says, yeah, I definitely stop him no matter what. The longer the fight goes, the better I get. I proved that in the Giovanni Santillan fight. He says, and I was starting to prove that in this fight. I was starting to prove that Derek Cuevas couldn't take it. The longer the fight goes on, the better I get. He says, let's get this thing popping. You haven't fought in a minute. I believe I'm right here. I just got done fighting. We can pop right back in next if need be. He says, it's very inevitable. He's talking about himself versus Boots. A lot of people say we're the best two welterweights, so it's got to go down. So, bro, dude said a whole lot. I just read a whole lot of what he said. He said a whole lot. First of all, he says he want that green belt. He said he want that green belt for Mario Barrios. And he said he'll make that fight next if need be. Right? We know Mario Barrios just had a tough fight with a guy. I forgot the guy's name. He draw with that he didn't have no business drawing with. I forgot his name. But dude took Mario Barrios in the deep waters and they got a draw. That was a good fight, but Mario Barrios had no business having to fight that tough. But he said he want that green belt, and he says he feel like Mario Barrios don't have enough for him. Whether that be power, whether that be heart, whether that be a chin. Brian Norman said Mario don't have enough. I feel like Mario Barrios has become like a measuring stick. Mario Barrios has become a measuring stick. Everybody that fought Mario Barrios around welterweight and lightweight, or at least a lot of big names. Tank Davis, Keith Thurman. What's the other guy's name? Or yeah, Dennis Ugas. He beat Ugas, right? So but he lost to Tank and he lost to Keith. So we know he tough. You know, the people like him. He represents his native heritage. I respect Mario Barrios for what he stands for. However, I don't think he can beat Brian Norman. Brian Norman confident though. He said he gonna stop him. Right? That's what made me want to make this video because he talking crazy. He said the longer the fight go, the better he gonna get, and he says that he really gonna stop Barrios. I believe he can stop Barrios, but I believe Mario's gonna make it hard. Right? Mario's could box. Mario's he long pause. Long arms, long reach. He got a good jab. He got a very good right hand. His cross is dangerous. The only thing is his defense is suspect, and he don't know how to interrupt combinations. Right? He balls up a lot. He don't know how to block or catch and counter. He don't know how to interrupt rhythm. All he knows how to do is block. Right? He know how to block and just not take punishment, but he don't know how to return punishment. It got to be a rhythm. It got to be block, catch, block, catch, block, catch, pull, catch, slip, catch. Right? You got to get out the way and punish. You can't just get out the way because then they're just going to keep throwing. Right? What's the deterrent from throwing the next punch and the next punch and the next punch if you don't counter them and interrupt the sequence? That's why offense is so important in boxing, or at least countering is important when you're a defensive fighter. Right? You can't just be defensive, because eventually something gonna land if you don't know how to counter. You feel me? So I think Brian Norman gonna try to box with him. If it turned into a dog fight, I don't think Mario stands a chance against B Norm. But in a boxing match, I think Mario Barrios is gonna have an advantage for a little while until he doesn't. You feel me? But he's also talking about that Boots fight. He said that Boots fight it's gotta happen, right? People feel like they're the two welterweight, so it's inevitable, right? Just like Thanos said, he says, "I'm inevitable." So Brian Norman thinks that the fight between him and Boots is gonna happen regardless of what everybody else thinking. Some people talking about Stanionis for the upset. That'll be very surprising, right? Boots Ennis is the heavy favorite in that fight, but Stanionis is a live dog. Norman won Barrios next. He said, "Look, I ain't even take that much damage versus your boy. If you want to run it next, let's run it next." And that's the type of heart a champion shows. He said, "Hey, look, Mario, you've been inactive. Let's run it." You feel me? What is Mario Barrios doing? Does he have a fight plan? Let's look up this on Bob Ray. Let's look up Mario Barrios. Let's see what Mario Barrios is up to. Let's see what Mario Barrios up to these days. Right, he got no fight plan. His last fight was a draw versus Abel Ramos. Right, that was his last fight, a draw. So he ain't got nothing planned. B Norman ain't got nothing planned. Right, make it happen. You feel me? Make the fight happen. Best fight the best. Make the fight happen. I'm excited for this fight. It's gonna be an interesting style matchup. Everybody wants to see it. It's gotta happen. You feel me? It's only right. Let me see. Brian Norman, because I'm trying to see if he's suspended. No, he's not suspended. He cleared. So it'll be a great fight when these two dudes finally when they lock horns. And then whoever win this fight boost for undisputed. It shouldn't be hard to make this fight happen. You feel me? Mario Barrios, I don't know who he signed with. I know that B Norm with top rank. Let's make the fight happen. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Hit the post notification bell so you get notified every time I drop. Till next time.